All living organisms, including plants, need food to survive, grow, and carry out life processes. But unlike animals, plants have a unique way of making their own food. This process is called autotrophic nutrition, where plants use simple substances to create the nutrients they need. Animals and humans, on the other hand, rely on plants for their food, making them heterotrophs. So while we depend on plants for our nutrition, plants are self-sufficient and can produce their own food. This fundamental difference is what sets plants apart in the natural world and forms the basis of life on Earth. Plants are called autotrophs because they can synthesize food from simple substances like carbon dioxide and water. This is in contrast to animals and most other organisms, which are called heterotrophs because they must obtain food from other sources. Humans and animals either eat plants directly or consume animals that have eaten plants. This means that, directly or indirectly, all animals depend on plants for their survival. Understanding this relationship helps us appreciate the vital role plants play in sustaining life on Earth. Leaves of plants act as their food factories. Through a process called photosynthesis, leaves use sunlight, carbon dioxide from the air, and water absorbed by the roots to make food. The green pigment in leaves, called chlorophyll, captures sunlight and helps in this process. The raw materials, water and minerals, are transporting from the soil to the leaves, while carbon dioxide enters through tiny pores called stomata. All these elements work together to enable plants to produce carbohydrates, which serve as their main source of energy. Chlorophyll is the green pigment found in leaves that plays a crucial role in photosynthesis. It captures the energy from sunlight, which is then used to combine carbon dioxide and water to form carbohydrates. This process not only produces food for the plant, but also releases oxygen into the atmosphere, which is essential for the survival of all living beings. Without chlorophyll and photosynthesis, life on Earth would not be possible, as there would be no food or oxygen for animals and humans. Photosynthesis can be summarized by a simple equation. Carbon dioxide plus water, in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, produces carbohydrates and oxygen. This process is unique to green plants and some algae. The carbohydrates produced are used by the plant for energy and growth, while the oxygen is released into the air. This not only sustains the plant, but also supports all life forms that rely on oxygen for survival. The presence of starch in leaves is a clear indicator that photosynthesis has occurred. But all plants can make their own food. Some, like cuscuta, lack chlorophyll and depend on other plants for nutrition. These are called parasites. Others, like mushrooms and fungi, feed on dead and decaying matter and are known as saprotrophs. There are also insectivorous plants, such as the pitcher plant, which trap and digest insects to obtain nutrients. These different modes of nutrition show the diversity of ways in which plants can survive and thrive in various environments. Plants can make carbohydrates through photosynthesis. They also need nitrogen to produce proteins and vitamins. Nitrogen is abundant in the air, but plants cannot absorb it directly. Certain bacteria in the soil convert nitrogen gas into a form that plants can use. Farmers often add fertilizers rich in nitrogen to the soil to help plants grow better. This process ensures that plants get all the nutrients they need to build their bodies and stay healthy. Plants form special relationships with bacteria, like rhizobium, which live in their roots. These bacteria help convert atmospheric nitrogen into a usable form for the plant, while the plant provides food and shelter for the bacteria. This symbiotic relationship is especially important for leguminous plants like beans and peas. It helps replenish nutrients in the soil, reducing the need for chemical fertilizers and supporting sustainable agriculture. Sum up, plants are the foundation of life on Earth. Through photosynthesis, they produce food and oxygen, supporting all living organisms. While most plants are autotrophs, some have adapted to other modes of nutrition, like parasitism and saprotrophy. The cycle of nutrients in nature, aided by bacteria and fungi, ensures that plants remain healthy and productive. Understanding plant nutrition helps us appreciate the delicate balance of nature and the vital role plants play in our ecosystem.